The Buckeye State is the place to be as two teams fighting for playoff positionings meet for the third and final time this regular season as Columbus Crew 2 hosts NYCFC 2 from historic Carew Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. Welcome in, I'm Josh Toll. NYCFC come to Columbus after a big 3-0 win over Orlando City B on Tuesday. A win today, and they will find themselves in a playoff position with 7 games remaining. For Crew 2, they saw their 10-game home unbeaten streak come to an end after falling 2-1 against New York Red Bulls. Last meeting between these two teams, Columbus came back from 2-0 to get the 3-2 victory. Our starting lineups, we begin with Columbus Crew 2. Federico Higuain will have his club in a 4-3-3. Four changes from last week's match against Red Bulls in the starting 11. 71, Jamel Danjagi, the 60-year-old, getting his third start of the season. O'Neal Taylor will also get his 7th start of the year. Gianmarco Donato, he came on as a sub to get a goal late in the game. In last week's loss to Red Bulls, it was not enough. Luke Pruder once again between the sticks, getting his 17th start of the year. He's made 52 saves on the season. That is 6th best in MLS Next Pro. They'll rely on Kevin Bombley, who's wearing the captain's armband up top. Meanwhile, for New York City FC, Matt Pilkington will have his club in a 4-2-3-1. 4 changes from Tuesday's win over OCB. Caleb Donqua will get the start at the striker position. David Duque will get his 7th start of the season. Lucas Sunjic getting his 4th start of the year. Owen Martin in the back line will get his 4th start of the year. Mac Learned once again between the sticks here tonight. He's allowed just 15 goals on the season. He's made 42 saves on the year. He got himself a clean sheet with 3 saves in the win against Orlando City B. Should be an interesting match between these two teams. Last time they met, Columbus came from behind to get the 3-2 victory in the first meeting between these two teams. It was a 0-0 draw with New York City FC getting the extra points and kicks for these two teams. Historically, all-time series, New York City FC trailing 4 wins, 5 losses, and 3 draws. On the road, they're actually better with their road record being 2 wins, 1 loss, and 3 draws. Last season, they took the series 2 wins and 1 draw. They had not lost to Columbus since August of 2024 until falling in their last meeting in May. Crew 2 tonight will be in the all-black kits with the yellow numbers. Meanwhile, New York City FC will be in the all-white kits. Our match officials tonight, our head referee, Emi Nanso Anakwo. First assistant is Braxton Williams. Second assistant is Alex Atkins. Fourth officials is Shveget Dobrovov. Should be a fun one between these two sides. Columbus Crew currently 4th in the standings with 39 points on the season. Meanwhile, for the Pigeons, they're just on the outside looking in. 9th in the standings, 33 points on the season. Right now, just 1 point out of the 8th and final playoff spot. A win in regulation, or if they get a win in penalty kicks, they move up to 6. OCB struggling. They have now lost 4 in a row as they fell earlier tonight against Chicago. New York City FC with a 3-0 win against OCB on Tuesday. Kevin Pierre with a goal in that, as well as Max Carrizo, who had a brace. And we are underway from historic Crew Stadium. New York City FC will just try to pin Columbus Crew back. Talking with Federico Higuain about this game. It's going to be a difficult game. Talks about how NYCFC, they are competitive and intense. They're a team that's good in possession and are aggressive out of it. This will be 2 competitive teams going out of it, and it'll be depending on how Columbus Crew is able to manipulate the shape of New York City FC and fight for the ball. Going back to that Red Bulls game, Coach Higuain talking about that loss. It was a difficult game. Always is a tough one against the Red Bulls, but need to have the right solutions and come up better and compete better. Need better moments. Just didn't have that in last week's loss. Hoping to change that here tonight at home once again. Columbus Crew dominant at home on the season. Just a 1 loss coming against Red Bulls. 7 wins and 2 draws on the season. Meanwhile, for NYCFC away from home, 4 wins, 5 losses, and 1 draw on the year. This will be played out to Christopher Rogers. He'll give it a good boot. Send it forward. Chasing forward now is Columbus Crew 2's Tristan Brown getting the start once again here tonight as he plays the ball over. This ball sent away and then nodded back. Jorge Salmeron, the 16-year-old, in the start once again. His second start, got his first career start last week against Red Bulls 2. Alki, his first season out of the University of Vermont, once again in that back line tonight. So we'll have a whistle on the field. This game just 2 minutes in. Third and final game of this regular season between these two sides. Of course, they could possibly see one another in the playoffs. As of right now, Crew 2 would be in the 4th spot. New York City FC on the outside looking in, currently sitting 9th in the standings. Six points currently separates 4th from 10th in the standings. Chicago Fire right now currently in 10th after the win earlier today against Orlando City B. Pushing up is Rogers. Rogers' ball's intercepted, and a chance here for NYCFC to take advantage, but unable to do so. Tenodo getting the start, came on as a sub, and that sub impact, he comes on, gets corner kick. First touch is a goal for him. His first goal of the season as this ball is played out of bounds. New York City FC thought this was last touch by Columbus, but this is actually going to go back due to a foul. Both these teams, two of the better goal-scoring teams in the league. 33 goals on the season for NYCFC as Bombley is tripped up, but offside flag is up. Meanwhile, Crew 2, they've scored 37 goals on the year. Large part is due to the man up front wearing the captain's armband tonight, Kevin Bombley, 9 goals on the year. He also has 8 assists, now leads the team in goal scoring, with Zach Zengwe being loaned out to St. Louis City. He's now scored a goal and has 3 assists with City 2. This Crew 2 side so good at developing players, whether ultimately they end up at the first team or somewhere else. Now is shown in the Leagues Cup match on Tuesday. Tone Carlo Monchi with a lone goal in that game for Columbus. He's spent 6 games this year so far with the second team. Kevin Bombley off the bench played some minutes, as well as Chase Adams. They came on as subs. Mo Farsi also with a start in that game for Columbus. They ultimately got the extra point in kicks as this ball is sent down the field. Alki nods it down. This ball played out by Pruder to Alki, who sends it forward. Now sent away by Prestis, making his 8th start of the season, headed up in the air. And sent forward once again by New York City FC. Joe Suhetsky wearing the captain's armband tonight for the Pigeons as this is cut across, but no one at the spot for NYCFC. Right idea was there, but unfortunately for NYCFC, no one making a run. Both these teams not afraid to possess the ball. New York City FC will be a little bit more aggressive of the two in terms of pressing, as this is a handball called against Crew 2. Hit Bombley on the right hand, and good job by our official and Nonso Inakwo and be able to recognize that. So set piece opportunity here early for the visitors. Cooper Flax stands over it with his right foot. See how New York City FC decide to attack this set piece. Also over the ball is David Duque. Flax will walk away, so it'll be Duque taking this ball for New York City FC. The service headed on, but right at the hands of Luke Pruder. First save of the game for the goalkeeper of Columbus. 53 saves now on the year for the Redondo Beach native. Columbus Crew on the season. They've allowed just 33 goals on the year, have 4 clean sheets. Meanwhile, for New York City FC, they've just allowed 30 goals on the season. They do have 5 clean sheets on the year. This is played forward and sent back on the play by Dunjagi. Dunjagi came on as a sub last week in his first season, one of the academy players, 16 years old. O'Neal Taylor on the right side, also an academy player at also the age of 16. Alki heads it up. Taylor can't come up with it for Crew 2, and it's sent down by the Pigeons. This will simply go out past the touchline. It'll be a throw for Columbus. Crew 2, a much different team from last season. Just 22 points last year. Well surpassed that, total of 39 on the season. This ball sent forward was intended for Taylor. The Columbus Crew, possibility of getting back to the playoffs. They have 7 games remaining on the year. Learned these mini keepers now here in Next Pro as well as MLS throughout the world that we see now having to play more with their feet. All these different teams playing out from the back. Here's the captain, Suetsky. Back to Learned. Learned in his second season. He'll play it over to Owen Martin. Owen Martin played at the University of Kentucky, but went to Treaty United over in Ireland before making his way back stateside. For this New York City FC side last season, finished 7th, making the playoffs in 2024. The only time they have reached the playoffs was 2024. Last year, just missing it. 2024, they finished 7th on the year, as we'll have a whistle called against Crew 2, and it's going to go against Rogers. Another opportunity here for New York City FC early. Flack standing over the ball once again. With him is Duque, and Duque will play down the line. Ponce for Flax. Flax lofts it in. And this will sail over everybody for a goal kick. Kruger once again will get us going, signed to the first team. Press this. Nice first touch to bring the ball down. Charges up the field. Dunjagi knocked over, and this will be a foul called against NYCFC. Sent away by Learned. The teams here, as we have passed the 10-minute mark, are settling into this game still. Both solid teams when it comes to scoring, but for both of them, they're trying to capitalize on those big chances that they create throughout the game. Satsky, Learned. They will play it forward as it's headed away by Crew 2. And now a whistle here as this will come back, and it'll be a kick coming for NYCFC 2. Big win for NYCFC 2 on Tuesday. They were named Team of Match Week 23 after the 3-0 win over OCB. Summerall will go into the circle. Bombley trying to avoid the traffic. Talking to Federico Higuain about last season, compare this. He's talking about how last season we suffered as players to go through that in different situations. It's something else. But this year really built a better roster. Now more experienced players on the side as well. Better understanding the league and what it's about, especially with the numerous teenagers as this ball is played into 18-yard box. And Bombley comes up with it for Crew 2. Very much growing experience last year, but they talk about the values of this club, the dynamics of the team that they have this season, but they believe in competition as the best education and best part of this environment with Columbus. Lee wants these players to strive to be the best players that they can be. Much different mentality this season than what he saw last year. This ball scooped forward. And last touch by NYC as Duque could not get it on frame. Denoto once again will get us going. One of those teenagers, just 17 years old. Denoto 17, Punjabi 16 years old, O'Neal Taylor, another one of those youngsters on the squad. Jorge Salmarone in the midfield, 16. This ball knocked aside. Prestes will play it out to the corner. Salmarone playing the ball forward. Here's Bombley in a foot race. Bombley goes between the legs and gets the opening goal of the game. Make it 10 on the year for Kevin Bombley as he and Crew 2 strike first. That goal coming in the 14th minute. How about that ball from Salmarone? Finding Bombley in is just a foot race, and he goes right between the legs. Nothing Learned could do. Learned coming out trying to be big, but left the gap open. And Bombley makes New York City FC pay. How about that for Bombley? Gets the opening goal. Zach Zingwe, before he left for City 2, had 10 goals on the season. Now Bombley joins him. 6 in the league with goals scored, now with 10. Salmarone with his first assist of the year. Got a high line there against New York City FC as they like to press. Coming back to bite them as Salmarone got the ball in the midfield and played it over the top of the back line as they're pushing up. Here, a little breathing room for the home side. 38 goals now they have scored on the year. They're up to nearly 2 goals a game at 1.8 as this is played forward. Lopez pops it up. And this does go out of play. Official healthcare provider and fan of the Columbus Crew, Ohio Health, believe in we. Luke Pruder to get us going once again. This ball flicked ahead. Opportunity here for Dunjagi. Dunjagi looking to make it 2. This one stopped this time. Still in possession is Crew 2. This ball takes a deflection, goes up and over, and it'll be a corner here for Columbus. Columbus now becoming the aggressor. Another ball over the top. Dunjagi just right into the leg this time of Learned. Learned getting big once again, this time able to make the save on the Bombley goal. Bombley going between the legs. First corner of the game for either side. Capybara's looking to make it 2-0 here in the 17th minute. Pushing and shoving, as there always is in that 6-yard box. So head referee, Emi Nansanakwo, will go over and talk to a couple of players. Alki being one of them, as well as Cooper Flax. Inward swinging ball. Punched away by Learned. And now a chance here for the Pigeons to possibly go on the counter. And that's disrupted by Crew 2. Presthis able to bring it down. Alki lost his footing, and it'll make its way back to Pruder. Dangerous moment right there for Crew 2. And Learned well out, heads it away. Smart play right there by Mac Learned, coming off his line, knowing that a couple different times his back line has been beat on those balls that have been direct by Crew 2. This time coming up to make the big play. Hard challenge won by NYCFC. Another challenge from behind by Crew 2 as it finds its way all the way back to Pruder. Good defensive play on both sides. John Chirinos, though, of Crew 2 ultimately getting it back to his keeper. Peterson's at 4, but this time no one making a run for Crew 2. Martin will slow it up at the moment. Learned. Suetsky, the captain. Looks to skip a line as it's knotted right back to Presthis. Cimarron. Chirinos for Alki. Trying to apply the pressure, trying to force a mistake, nearly did. And a foul here by NYCFC, but they're doing a good job of making it difficult for Crew 2 to work out of the back. Every time the ball was passed, it just seemed like a man was there to defend. Presthis, how about that? Throw to Bombley. Has Taylor inside. This ball tapped out. Another throw coming for Owen Presthis. Bombley tried off the half volley. Dankwa, he's going to get the foul. We might have our first booking of the game here against Crew 2. It looks like it's going to go against Rui Alki. So Rui Alki will be the first in the books here in the 21st minute. There is the yellow card officially shown.
Has been issued to number 37.
Federico Higuain said this game was going to be intense, it was going to be physical, and we've seen that here in the first 20 minutes of play. NYCFC really in this game started out as the aggressor, but the tides have turned. Both these two teams, their possession is another way of defending for their respective clubs. Columbus Crew coming in tonight, 54% of possession. Meanwhile, New York City FC just below them at 53%. Taylor applying the press now. Chip down to Suetsky. Good movement here by the Pigeons. Flax has a little room to roam up the spine. Flax plays it out wide. Shot and stopped. Rebound. Picked up. This one blocked. Comes right back to Dogway. Centers it. Nothing happening at the moment. This ball looped into the spot, but headed away by Crew 2. Dankwa had a moment there, but his shot was initially blocked. Then the ball came to the opposite side of the box, and ultimately New York City FC couldn't do anything with it. How about this opportunity right here? This shot is stopped, and then the rebound by Dankwa. It's a shot right there, and you can see the block. Good job there by Denoto. He has left foot to chop the ball down. Lucas Sunjic that had the first shot opportunity that was stopped by the keeper and Luke Pruder. Sunjic still looking for his first goal. Was denied that time, but sometimes even seeing that shot stop, that just gives him the confidence that he may need going forward. Lopez knocked over, and NYCFC initially wanted to play quickly. Nationwide, the official insurance partner of the Columbus Crew. Sunjic goes down the surface. Sunjic in his second season with the club, just 18 years of age. Big booming diagonal ball. I'd say the intended target as it goes off press this. This ball sent forward. Taylor in pursuit. Suhetsky back to defend as it goes out over the touchline. Thrown out here for Jonathan Lopez. Jonathan Lopez still yet to record before coming into this season and never recorded a goal or an assist. Already this year has 1 goal and 1 assist. Campos goes inside. Molinari playing it up the middle. Dankwa just not able to beat Ruki to the ball, or Alki to the ball. This ball driven up and once again learned it well out. Dankwa looking to go over the top and off target. Dankwa saw that Pruder was a little bit high up in the 18-yard box. Thought he could go over him. Just would like that touchback. Right idea. Bombley, press this. Goes inside for Taylor. Press this. Dispossessed of the ball. Rogers going up strong in the air for that, and he's fouled on the play as he was undercut. So we have our second booking of the game here. Rui Alki, the lone player in the books as of right now. There you can see the challenge by David Duque. Duque pleading his case. Rogers, the player, get slow to get up. I'm with Federico Higuain about Rogers. High praise, loves his quality and his technical ability. Talks about he's a competitive player and powerful in the air. He talked about his improvement from last season to this year. He's had moments training with the first team, has really been performing well. Really happy with how he's progressed throughout the season as he's helped up. And now we'll resume play. So no yellow card handed out. Press this at midfield. Zatsky in the circle. Martin over to Campos. Duque will go backwards. Both these teams will be patient in how they try to break you down, whether they try to go around you or through you. Right now, Crew 2 doing a good job staying compact, forcing New York City FC to go east to west. Campos plays it to space. Back is Rogers. Sanjik nearly got to that ball before Rogers. I don't think Rogers realized how quickly Sanjik was coming on top of him. Molinari. Molinari, that connector between the back line and the front line. This ball swoop forward for Sanjik. And he's not going to be able to get to the ball. Scott's Miracle Grow, official lawn care and gardening partner of the Columbus Crew. And we will have a hydration break here at historic Crew Stadium. Home side up 1-0 thanks to a Kevin Bombley goal in the 14th minute. His 10th goal of the season. Jorge Salmeron with the assist, his first assist for Crew 2. That's where we stand. Just one yellow card in this first half coming from Rui Alki as we look back to Salmeron playing that ball up. How about the timing run of Bombley staying onside and then going between the legs for the opening goal? He has 10 goals and 8 assists on the season. He's going to be one of those players that could be MLS Next Pro MVP, best 11, with how he has performed on the year so far. As it stands at the moment, Columbus Crew currently 4th in the standings with 39 points. Meanwhile, New York City FC on the outside looking into the playoffs. They currently sit 9th with 33 points. Crown Legacy is the top team in the Eastern Conference. They have 48 points. Chattanooga right behind them with 44. Then it's Revs 2. So a win tonight for Crew 2. They would be level on points with Revs 2. New York Red Bulls in that 5th spot with 38 points. OCB right now struggling to have lost 4 in a row. Currently sit 6th in the standings. Meanwhile, Atlanta 7th with 34 points. CT United in that 8th and final spot in the Eastern Conference playoff standings. Then it's NYCFC with 33 points. Chicago also level with NYCFC with 33 points. But what a moment it could be for CT United. If they're able to make the playoffs, they'd be the first independent club to reach the playoffs. Carolina Core and Chattanooga unable to do it in their first seasons in MLS Next Pro. Chattanooga having quite the season this year, currently 2nd in the standings at the moment. New York City FC have not made the playoffs since 2024. Of course, Columbus Crew before last year made 3 straight Eastern Conference finals. They won the inaugural season's MLS Next Pro Championship. Trying to get back to that moment once again. Talked about the players that they have developed with Crew 2. Some of those seeing time in the Leagues Cup game on Tuesday night. Of course, you also have to think back to Jason Russell Rowe, who was that MLS Next Pro MVP the first season. Mo Farsi, he was a player that got a start in the Leagues Cup game. Tristan Brown, another player signed with the first team. Max Arfston, just to name a few. Meanwhile, for NYCFC, their first team fell on Sunday in the Leagues Cup to Cruz Azul by a score of 2-1. Max Murray getting the lone goal in that game. He's played with the twos this season in 4 games. Matt Freese also once again getting the start. Malachi Jones also playing in the game for the first team of New York City FC. Currently 1 point out of that 8th and final playoff spot. So if NYCFC can get an equalizer, they have a chance to move up in the standings as well. They pick up 2 points. They could possibly be level with OCB with 35 points on the year. And Luke Pruder will get us going once again as we resume play after the hydration break. 2 shots on goal for both sides so far here in the game. Home goal coming from Kevin Bombley in the 14th minute, and that is where we stand, 1-0 Columbus Crew. Before the loss against Red Bulls 2 last week, Columbus Crew were unbeaten in their previous 10 home games dating back to last season. New York City FC had the better of these 2 teams before their last meeting, as Sanjik gets it on just the edge of the area, plays it in, and sent away Ponce, the nearest target for New York City FC. Before that 3-2 loss, you also go back to that game, NYCFC giving up a 3-2 lead in that a 2-0 lead. Crew 2 able to come back and get the 3-2 win. Flax with a goal on a PK. Musu with goals in the first half for NYCFC. Second half, Crew coming alive with Rogers getting a goal in the 62nd minute. Bombley in the 79th. And Chirinos, a stoppage time PK to seal the win. Chirinos getting the start here tonight once again. Probably, of course, a goal in the last game and a goal once again here tonight. Taylor. Taylor looking for Danjagi, but it hits off Suhetsky. Danjagi maybe with another opportunity. Danjagi, sharp angle as this is hit into the side of the webbing. Just too steep of an angle there for Jamil Danjagi. Does have 2 goals on the season, but that would have been a tough one. Nice ball by Taylor as he wanted to slip it by Suhetsky. How about that header there by Bombley? And then good positioning by Danjagi. You can see just there. Need that goal to go in front of the goal mouth. Sends it to the outside. Foul called here against NYCFC. Columbus Crew wanted to play, but they're going to have to go backwards. 5 games tonight in total. Chicago already with a victory over OCB. SKC 2, they will host Rapids 2. That game will kick at 8 p.m. Austin take on Whitecaps 2 at 8:30. And North Texas taking on Timbers 2. That game will kick at 8:45. So some Western Conference matchups for the rest of your evening. Tomorrow, 5 games in Next Pro. Right back at it on Tuesday morning. Danquah. This ball sent up into the sky. Flax pushes over his man and O'Neal Taylor. Here's a warning for Cooper Flax. Cooper Flax, 21 appearances on the season, has made 18 starts. Our official not done talking to Cooper Flax. Flax, though, with 7 goals on the season, 3 assists in his first year out of Wake Forest. At Wake Forest in his career, 21 goals, 18 assists. Proving that he can score at the next level as well. Duque. Campos goes all the way back. At the break, we'll have highlights from this one. We'll also take a look back at the MLS Next All-Star Game. Look ahead at the August schedule. 7 games remain for Crew, 6 for NYCFC. Decision day, September 20th. Here's Taylor into the circle. Taylor stretching his legs. Press this on the edge of the area. Press the step over to the end line. Just too heavy of a touch. Front three of Columbus Crew doing such good job of changing positions throughout this first half, whether it's O'Neal Taylor floating into the inside as well as further back in the midfield. Bombley, we've seen him play at the striker, we've seen him play outside. Same thing with Dunjagi. This ball sent for Sanjik. We'll just let it roll out of play. Knew that he didn't have the pace to get to the ball. Federico Higuain about the resilience of this club. Talks about the mentality, the personality of these players to never give up. Really quality character that they have on this club. Saw last year and the results that they have, and now this year's results on the new side, seeing positive attitude, the respect and togetherness of this team. But he's proud of how far they've come from last year to this season. Campos, the man to get up. Campos does have a goal on the season, that coming back July 11th against Crown Legacy. NYCFC searching for their first goal of the game here before the break. They do have 2 shots on target, but they have yet to truly challenge Luke Pruder. Ponce, how about that first touch? Just a little heavy though, right idea. Just trying to play it to the space that he could get to, but Alki over to help cover defensively. And once again, Learned well out, preventing Dunjagi as well as Bombley to get to the ball first, but just simply plays it away. Federico Higuain talked about going through the defense, going around, but tonight seen him go over a lot more. Bombley, the goal scorer, loses possession as that ball is taken off his feet by Duque. Flax chipping this out. Sanjik is once again going to see this ball roll out of play. Press this. He's looking for O'Neal Taylor. Let's see if this is last touch by. They're going to say last touch by Taylor. So let's get just a poor touch. Not on the same page there as Jonathan Lopez. Lopez was playing a little bit forward. Zetsky thought he came back towards the byline. Press this. Swoops one in. That one just over the head of the intended target. Beautiful ball in there by Prestis, but unable to connect with his man. 4 minutes of stoppage time added on here. How about this ball in by Prestis? Was looking for Chirinos. Chirinos just not able to get his head to it. Chirinos to play it in with the right foot. There's an opportunity that Chirinos would like to have back and maybe had his 4th goal of the season. Has Taylor short if he chooses to go there. Plays it in near post, stabbed away. Headed back into the mixer, but no one there for Crew 2. Really taking command of that back line here tonight. First goal coming by Bombley, and then there was a near second opportunity by Dejagi. And the back line was beat over the top, and he's now come off his line numerous times. This ball's played into the spot, sent away. Ponce chips it back. The shot, oh, just wide. It takes deflection, and this will be a corner kick for the Pigeons. How about this opportunity right here? Ponce doing a good job just dropping the ball off. Then you see the left-footed shot coming off the boot of Duque. Took a deflection, so we have the corner here for NYCFC. It'll be Cooper Flax to take it. Duque now coming over to discuss. Flax will go short to Duque. Return to Flax. Ponce. Ball to the outside, headed down. Suetsky, oh, just stepped off the end line. Chipped, oh, how about that stop once again by Pruder. Pruder with two big stops here to keep this game 1-0. Couple missed chances. I don't know how Pruder kept the one from just trickling over the end line. Talk about quick reaction. Beautiful ball in here by Ponce to the back side of the box. Headed down. Suetsky gets a piece, takes a little deflection. I don't know how he gets his right hand on it. And then you see the chip there right in front of the goal on the opportunity there by Peter Molinari. Luke Pruder denying NYCFC of two chances. Pruder with 3 saves in the game last week has matched that total here tonight in the first half. This shot once again blocked. The rebound, and then a collision, and this is going to go to the spot. Sunjic hit in the 6-yard box as he's fouled, and this will go to the spot for NYCFC. Here's the shot by Pruder. Sunjic being Donato to the ball, and then you can see the foul by Pruder. That is the reason for the whistle as he trips up Sunjic. And now NYCFC before the break have a chance to level things up in stoppage time. Pruder still arguing his case. He's not going to win this battle. And now Cooper Flax stands on the spot. 7 goals on the season. Luke Pruder playing some mind games as he takes a drink of water. Pruder, the one who committed the foul on Lucas Sunjic. Now Flax will place the ball down. A chance here to get one back and level it up. Flax right foot, and we are level as he goes to the left. How about that from Cooper Flax, leveling it up in stoppage time. Scored from the PK spot in the last meeting between these two teams and does it once again.
At the half, New York Imagery was tied with New York City 2-1.
Big moment right there for the Pigeons. They now have 34 goals on the season for Cooper Flax. That is his 8th goal of the year. So the former Wake Forest Demon Deacon getting the job done here with the twos of New York City FC. They'll walk back to the center circle. Our referees encouraging him to go a little bit faster as they continue walking. restart. As this is sent all the way back. Pruder sends it all the way down the field. Bombley. Sunjik. Plays it out, and a throw coming for Crew 2. That took a deflection off Crew, so this will actually be a throw for NYCFC. And there is the whistle as soon as the break. Cooper Flax with a goal in stoppage time to make this game 1-1. Kevin Bombley with the lone goal for Crew 2. Our score at the half is Columbus 1, NYCFC 1. Coming up in our halftime show, we look back at MLS Next All-Star Game plus the upcoming August schedule and first half highlights when we come back. Welcome back. We head back to Charlotte for a close look at the MLS Next All-Star Game and Skills Challenge and a look at Chattanooga FC taking the interim tag off their head coach.
What's going on, guys? Moises Linares here in Charlotte, North Carolina for the big MLS All-Star Game. And as you can see behind me, anticipation's already building. But before we can even talk about the big game, how about we take a look at some of the best moments during MLS All-Star Week, including the MLS Next All-Star Game, which features some of MLS Next Pro's brightest stars. Charlotte kicked off with the MLS Next All-Star Game, where we got a glimpse of the game's future stars who faced off at Mecklenburg County Sportsplex. A 7-goal thriller that saw Team East take care of business versus Team West with a 6-1 victory. Less than 20 hours after scoring for Crew 2, Columbus Crew's Jamil Danjaji hopped on a flight to Charlotte and found the back of the net again.
Towards goal and through! Jamil Danjaji makes it 2-0 in the blink of an eye.
Nashville SC and Huntsville City forward Liam Stribling also found the back of the net for the East.
Nashville, man. Stribling's got some space here. Stribling puts it through. How good is that?
And Crown Legacy's Daniel Brown would complete the scoring for Team East.
A good punch out. Fila. Oh, distance! Bizzer is through. Brown, the hometown product.
The West would pull one back, but ultimately, it wasn't enough to overcome the East.
This is a celebration of all their hard work. So many of these guys not only had great individual seasons, they performed well for their team, but what we're starting to see, which is also so cool, is when we talk about pathway, is these players not only do well for their academy team, but most of them have already started to feature for Next Pro, which is that not only the next step for them in their own development, but it continues that aspiration to get to the highest level.
Obviously, it's a wonderful event. It's such a privilege to be chosen for this. It takes years and years of training and experience for any player to get caught up into this. So congratulations to everybody that's got caught into this and everybody's family to experience the welcome of being able to participate in this event.
I mean, it's a learning experience. I'm just happy to be here. I'm gonna keep going, keep training, and keep my head down and be grounded.
Before the game, we also caught up with president of MLS Next Pro, Ali Curtis, who talked about the evolution of the pathway MLS has created.
We've got a great collection of players here today. It's a great evening. It's a great event that we're fortunately able to be supported by our partner in Allstate, and we've got a great number of talented players here. So it's a great addition and a great player development moment.
Just crazy to see how far the league has come. And it's just a beautiful thing, right? Now we have 30 teams, so many more stadiums, new stadiums being built. The academy wasn't around in 2009. Now we have a full-blown academy, and to see the talent that we have here tonight is just spectacular. And so it just tells me that we're all moving in the right direction. We're continuing to move this game forward in this country with the World Cup. Everyone's excited. And now we just have to continue to help encourage and support these kids.
Here at Bank of America Stadium, MLS All-Stars lead Liga MX 3-1 after 45 minutes. A great performance in the first half. And speaking of great performances, some of MLS Next Pro's very best goalkeepers and field players took part in the skills challenge. That includes goalie wars and also the crossbar challenge.
I'm trying to get that assist in. Oh, he's cooking me alive. Those low ones killed me.
Hey, we got the...
Tuesday morning saw the MLS Next Pro players take on actor Danny Ramirez in goalie wars. The Hollywood star even banged this golazo.
Bonus ball! You got the ball!
Later, MLS Next Pro goalkeeper Will Mackey and defending champion Pedro Cruz kicked things off, going head-to-head.
Okay, here we go for two. Can he score? Oh, he does! Pedro Cruz with a clutch effort.
Houston Dynamo's Pedro Cruz would emerge victorious, moving on to the semifinals, where he faced Mexican national team in Pachuca's goalie Carlos Moreno.
Carlos Moreno to win it. Can he do it? Moreno! Oh! Get up! Get up! Get up! Take it! Hit it! Take it! Take it! Oh! Pedro Cruz!
Scores, he wins.
Oh, that's it. That's it. He's done it.
Pedro Cruz advances.
Cruz took care of business against Moreno, advancing to the final where he squared off versus World Cup goalkeeper Maxime Crepeau.
Let's go! Come on, Pedro! Let's
Big
go!
save, big.
Come on, game on! Gotta stop him! And Maxime Crepeau is the winner of the All-Star Goalie Wars!
Cruz would come up just short of defending his crown, but would win the admiration of Orlando's Crepeau, who was impressed with what he saw.
It's fun. I talked to him right away. I was like, honestly, if you kept the balls a little bit lower and on the surface, you had me, because he was so powerful that you don't have the chance to get there almost at this distance.
Estoy muy contento. El otro arquero es muy bueno, una persona muy buena. Pude conocer él poquito. Él habló que hoy está ido bien. Una persona buena y muy bueno. Dividir la cancha con él.
Goalkeepers weren't the only ones in action. The crossbar challenge saw North Texas SC Edonis face off against former MLS Next Pro star Xavier Gozo, taking on some big names like Evander and Javier Ruiz from Club Necaxa.
Representing MLS Next Pro. We see the young superstars emerge in Major League Soccer. North Texas is a great pipeline for FC Dallas. Let's go, Nice. You're almost there.
There it is. There it is. For MLS Next Pro, what a story this could be.
Gozo would also make it to the final, but would come up just short versus Ruiz, who would go on to win the competition. An experience that has left a positive mark on both players.
So this will be fun to have in your backyard, you know. So I think it was just fun kick around and really enjoyed it.
3 days of MLS All-Star action culminated here at Bank of America Stadium with MLS All-Stars pulling a 4-3 win against Liga MX, a game that saw a handful of MLS Next Pro alumni make their All-Star debut, a major milestone for the league. Signing off from the Queen City, Moises Linares.
Had a meeting with Rich, and I let him know that he was going to be our choice moving forward. So
Thank you guys. First of all, thank you for your commitment to the club, your commitment to each other, and your commitment to just excellence, right? Because that's what we're aiming for, is excellence.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
It's something that I've been looking forward to ever since I retired, always.
conversation on him becoming the interim.
Good session. Look after yourselves. Better together.
Welcome back to historic Crew Stadium in Columbus, Ohio, where you are knotted up at one apiece between Crew 2 and NYCFC 2. Plenty of action today in MLS Next Pro. 5 games on tap. Tomorrow we begin with FC Cincinnati taking on CT United. CT United currently in 8th in the playoffs. Meanwhile, Revs 2, a win for them over Philadelphia Union. They can move up to 2nd in the Eastern Conference. Earthquakes 2 will take on City 2 tomorrow night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern. And then how about it? Morning action on Tuesday once again. Atlanta United taking on Chicago Fire. That game will kick at 11 a.m. Eastern. 45 minutes in the books, and it did not disappoint between Crew 2 and NYCFC 2. Crew 2 getting the first of the goals. How about this ball by Jorge Salmarón up ahead to Kevin Bombley, and then it's just him and the keeper, and he goes right between the legs of Learned for the opening goal in the 14th minute, his 10th goal of the season. And then moments later, Danjagi had an opportunity to do the same. This time, Learned comes up with the big save. This ball whooped in by Ponce, swooped in, and then how about this save by Pruder? Gets one and then gets another, that time stopping Molinari's shot attempt. But NYCFC, they would continue to plow forward. Here's Sunjic trying to get the rebound, and he's fouled by Luke Pruder. It would go to the spot, and then Cooper Flax for the 2nd straight game against Columbus Crew 2 would score from the penalty spot, and that is where we sit at the break. It is Crew 1, NYCFC 1.
Should be a fun season of MLS Next Pro. Oh my! Pedrinho wins it!
Yeah. Boys hear sentiment. Flow tastes sweet like cinnamon. Open up doors, I'm a gentleman. View top floor, I'm still sticking ahead of them.
Sunday night. Ideal for calm music, whispers, stargazing, reflection, and a relaxed environment. Sunday nights were made for this.
45 minutes down at a historic Crew Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. Josh Toll with you as we get set for the second 45 minutes of play between Columbus Crew 2 and NYCFC 2. Kevin Bombley with the lone goal for the home side. That coming in the 14th minute. Cooper Flax scoring from the penalty spot in stoppage time of the first half, and that is where we stand here between Columbus Crew 2 and NYCFC 2. For NYCFC 2, a win tonight or even a draw, they will move up to 8th in the standings right now, currently sitting 9th with 33 points. Meanwhile, Crew 2 currently in that 4th spot with 39 points coming into tonight's game. Both teams were dangerous in the attacking third. Both keepers having come up with a couple big saves. Mac Learned stopping a shot attempt by Jamil Danjagi to keep the game at the time 1-0. Luke Bruder, he's had 3 good saves here tonight so far. He stopped the captain, Joe Sahetsky, also Peter Molinari. Ultimately, though, NYCFC able to find an equalizer coming off a foul that was committed by Luke Pruder when he fouled Lucas Sunjic as he tried to stop a ball that had gone past, couldn't make the save. And that is where we stand at the moment between these two teams. And we will have a substitution to begin this game. James Bilden is going to come into the game. Caleb Donqual will come off. So Bilden in, Danquah off. Danquah also with an opportunity in that first half, but his shot was blocked by Pruder. So now Bilden looking to be a spark up front for NYCFC 2. For Bilden, just 17 years of age. This is his 8th appearance of the season. Second season with the club. Last year he did have 1 goal. He does have 1 assist on the year so far. As both teams continue to jog out to the field. Luke Pruder with some final words with our head referee, Amy Nonso Inakwo. Just 1 yellow card handed out in that first half. That went to Columbus's Rui Alki. Other than that, we did see a physical game between these two sides, but nothing out of hand. Both teams doing a great job keeping their composure in this game. Columbus comes out of the huddle, and we will begin play here in the second half. Chance here tonight for Columbus to possibly get their 8th win at home. Meanwhile, a chance here for NYCFC to get their 5th win on the road this year. Columbus looking for back-to-back wins against NYCFC. Before the win 3-2 earlier in May against this NYCFC side, they did not defeat NYCFC since 2024. This ball chipped, pinballs around, played out by Ponce, and sent right back by Crew 2. Let's see here in the second half is if NYCFC is as aggressive playing up the field as they were in the first half. You hear a lot of times coaches talk about playing with braveness, playing up on the press, that they know they're going to give space away. Columbus Crew took advantage one time, nearly got a second chance, but Lerner with the ball at his feet right there. He had a great save against Danjagi. Danjagi looked like he wanted to go between the legs just like the goal scorer in Bombley. Might have been better off maybe chipping it over. Of course, they shoulda, coulda, woulda. Campos back to Martin. Martin will send it forward. You see both these teams throughout this game deciding how they want to press, looking for the different cues when they trigger that press. And this time it's working in favor of Columbus. Alki going up the middle. Benjagi was the intended target, but it sailed over his head. Lunari plays it up the center. This ball sent out to Campos. Campos slows it up and he'll go backwards. Zetsky. And this will be a foul call against Crew 2. Committing the foul once again is Alki. Both these teams, first teams playing the League's Cup. For NYCFC, they fell to Cruz Azul on Sunday. Meanwhile, Columbus, winning kicks. That come against Pumas, but a lot of former second-team players in that game for Crew 2. And talking to Federico Higuain about the developing of talent throughout this club. Talk about a team that believes in the process. They believe in their game model. They want players that understand the fundamentals of the game. If you understand the fundamentals, that leads to great things. But they always want those people that compete. And eventually, ultimately, because of fundamentals, competition, creativity, and IQ, ultimately players that can move on to the first team. They talked about how, hey, if you're going to be a professional footballer, that this is your life. You have to be a professional. You have to want that style. But he loves the mentality. If you want to make the first team, you have to have that positive mentality. You have to have the right personality. And one thing is, you have to want to improve. You have to be challenged to get better. This is a club that knows what they're doing and what they want from their players. Talks about the demandingness of being a professional athlete. If you can get to that next level, it's something else. And they want to give these players that opportunity to prove themselves, to prove that they are capable of playing for the first team. Max Arston comes to mind. Jason Russell-Rowe now overseas. Of course, how about Zach Zenge now ultimately playing for St. Louis City. But a player that could have very well been with the first team for Columbus as this is sent outside. Now attacking the area is NYCFC. Ponce, Sunjic, that ball stabbed away. Tristan Brown able to get it with his left foot. Tristan Brown tonight getting his 12th start. Last year he had 2 goals, 2 assists in 8 games that he played in. Ponce going over the back of Bombley. And that'll be a foul here against NYCFC. Rogers goes inside. Summerone playing it forward. Looking for Brown. Brown at the byline, cuts across. That hit off Sunjic. And now it hits off Brown and goes out. Federico Higuain thought that was a handball. Just a little bit more than a month remains in the season. Decision day is September 20th. These two very much in the mix for the playoffs. NYCFC right now on the outside looking in, currently sitting 9th. Columbus Crew 8th, but a win tonight, they would move up to 3rd in the standings. Meanwhile, a win or even a point for NYCFC, they'd move up to 8th in the standings. This ball chipped up by Bombley as it looked like he was stepped on as he'll have to readjust his boot. Diagonal ball here by Crew, but headed away with ease by the Pigeons. Bombley back up. Benjagi. Here's Donato. Donato came on as a sub last week, scored right when he subbed on the corner. It was the lone goal for Crew in their loss to New York Red Bulls. Rogers. Duque. Sanjay trying to avoid the pressure here. Brown. Campos loses possession. Bombley flying up the touchline. Plays the ball space. Bombley attacking the area. Bombley cuts it across. Oh, how about that defensive coverage right there by NYCFC. And now we have a corner coming for Crew. How about this recovery run here by NYCFC, getting to the ball first to play that ball away. Bombley, Rogers. Alki on the return pass. Brown trying to go inside, but couldn't connect with his intended target, Jamil Donjagi, but Crew 2 remain in possession. Rogers, Bombley. Here's Brown. Brown cuts it in, looking to get another return. Brown trying to get around his defender, chips it, and how about that goal from Crew 2? Owen Pressless coming up with his second goal for the home side. Great ball movement leading to this goal by Pressless. His second goal of this season. How about the give and go right here from Brown and Donjagi, and then Brown finding Pressless. Donjagi, his first assist of the year. And now Crew 2 lead 2-1 at home.
Crew 2 goals scored by number 45, Owen Prestas. Assisted by number 22, Tristan Brown.
So Tristan Brown credited with the assist.
Scored in the 54th minute.
That goal coming in the 54th minute for Prestas. $39 goals now scored on the season for Columbus Crew 2. Last year, they scored 40 goals on the year. NYCFC looking to tie it up quickly. This ball deflected and head out by Donato. Flax. Flax, the lone goal scorer for NYCFC at the moment. That coming from the spot in stoppage time of the first half. For Flax, his 8th goal of the season. Big diagonal ball here intended for Sanjik. Brown back for Columbus. And he'll usher this out of play. Powering life's most important moments, American Electrical Power. Linari turns aside. Step over into the area. Headed up, but not out of danger at the moment. And now sent away by Crew. And then a hard collision. Good job there by our head referee, Emi Nonso Inakwo, seeing the collision and stopping play at the moment just to make sure that the players are all right. Should be a throw here coming for Columbus. Chance for a couple of NYCFC players to get a drink of water before play resumes. NYCFC coming off that big win on Tuesday against Orlando City B. 3-0 victory. Kevin Pierre, as well as Max Carrizo with goals in that game. Carrizo with the brace. One game that has finished so far, Chicago Fire taking down Orlando City B by a score of 2-0. Orlando City B have now lost 4 in a row. Currently 6 in the standings. Prestes, the last goal scorer, charges up. Prestes with the left, feeling it, no rebound opportunity. Played across the ball, he takes a deflection. It looked like it hit off the backside of Adonis Campos. Bombley nearly with a brace. How about this shot by Prestes? Creates the space with his left. Great save by Learned. Chested down, then played to Bombley, who's waiting at the spot. And then, yes, it hits the backside of Campos and goes down, and we'll have a corner. Taylor. Summerone. Prestes. Now with the right, the shot. Oh, and he has a brace. Owen Prestes with his second of the night. That goal coming 4 minutes after he scored his first. How about this? Moments ago, he tried with the left foot. This time he goes with a right from 25 yards out, and he knocks it home. Prestes now with 3 goals on the season. That goal officially coming in the 59th minute, so 5 minutes after he scores his first, he gets his second. Prestes just teeing that one up from distance and letting it rip. Good bounce back performance here by Crew 2 after falling last week to Red Bulls. That game ended 2-1. Their lone goal came in the 85th minute of that contest. That snapped a 10-game unbeaten streak that was dating back to last season, so it's trying to start a new streak here tonight. This ball. Good ball right in to Duque. Duque, though, unable to maintain possession. Chirinos pushing up, slows it down at the moment. Try to play it backwards, unable to get it to his intended target. Wanted to find Tristan Brown. Duque. Ponce, back to Duque. Flax, the shot, and that's going to be off the mark. And now Isaac Hefes will enter the game for the home side. Isaac Hefes will replace Gianmarco Dinotto. We'll also have a sub for NYCFC. Jacob Arayave will come onto the field. And David Duque's night, his night will be over. As Arayave will come onto the field. Arayave, his 6th appearance with the club.
Substitution for New York. Into the match, number 97, David Duque. He's replaced by number 47, Jacob Arroyo.
Now we will resume play. So Isaac Heffes now brought in. That one is like for Crew 2 as Donato comes off. Heffes currently leading the club with 28 clearances on the team. As this ball is stolen away right away by Areave. Gets his first touch and picks the pocket. Sanjic wanted to go inside as that ball was knocked down by Bombly, but went right to Areave. Areave plays it off 2 defenders and a corner now here for NYCFC. So Flax will set up. This will go to Flax short. Areave looking for Ponce. This ball looped into the mixer. And scooped up by Pruder. Pruder going direct. Panjagi trying to head the ball in space, but over to help defensively is Suhetsky. Suhetsky getting over there to help out Jonathan Lopez. Now an opportunity here for the Capybaras. It's amazing to see what they've done from last season when they had just 5 wins on the season, 40 goals on the year. That second goal by Prestes, they have now matched their goal total that they scored from last year with 40. Johan Chirinos to play it in with the right outward swinging ball. Does have O'Neal Taylor close to him. This ball whipped in. Sanjay comes up with it for NYCFC. Areave knocked over on the play, and this will be a whistle. And this will go against Jorge Salmaron. There's 1 booking so far in this game, that going to Rui Alki back in the first half. Vertiv, official data center equipment provider of the Columbus Crew. Ponce over to defend his Prestes. Ponce creating a little space. Back to Areave. Heading out though by Crew 2. Martin. Here's Flax, the goal scorer. On the turn was Molinari. Back to Flax. Flax trying to slip that pass through. Unable to do so. Then Jagi playing this out to Taylor. Taylor inside for Prestes, looking for a hat trick, chips it up, and that one kept out, played back, and now sent away by NYCFC. Prestes nearly had a hat trick, but how about that defending by NYCFC? Prestes was at a tough angle. I don't know how he was able to nearly get a third right there. But the confidence is there for the youngster. Brown to midfield. Bombly. Brown. Brown trying to slip that ball through, unable to reach his intended target. Just trying to thread the needle there. Areave. Areave weaving through traffic. Areave there looking for James Bilden, who subbed on earlier in this half for Dan Qua. How about this last opportunity by Prestes? How about the ball there by Taylor? Prestes trying to chip it over. Right idea. Nearly got into the back post. Suhetsky just playing it off the goal line there. That would have rolled over. It would have been a hat trick. 3 goals now scored on the season, a career high for Prestes. Previous best, he had 2 back in 2024 when he also had 7 assists on the season. Last season, started in all 17 games that he played in. Bombley. Sanjik. Scoop ball out, intended for Ariave, but back once again is Tristan Brown. Tristan Brown having a good game. It's not going to go down in the stat sheet in terms of what he's doing defending. He has been marvelous and keeping the wingers off the ball for NYCFC. Brown does have an assist, that coming on the first goal by Prestes. Here's Flax. Sanjik. Back post. Flax calling for the ball, nearly got it. Benjagi, how about that? Just tapping into space. And now on the run, our crew 2, 3-on-2 opportunity here. Benjagi. Prestes looking for 3. Oh, it's blocked away. Prestes came up late, making a 4-on-3 advantage, but couldn't slot the ball through. Smajic once again blocking that one away. 2 times now, the captain has helped Prestes off the scoreboard from getting his 3rd goal. And here's the captain for Martin. Pair of subs about to sub in for Columbus. Prince 4-4 being one of them, as well as Nico Rincon. Alki, tug of the jersey, the reason for the whistle. Now we'll have those pair of subs here for Columbus. This will be Nico Rincon in, off will go Jamil Danjagi. Danjagi nearly with a goal in the first half, but a great save by Mac Lerner to keep him off the scoreboard.
Leaving the match, number 71, Jamil Danjagi. Replaced by number 30.
And now Nico Rincon jogging on the field. The other sub, Prince 4-4, coming in for Tristan Brown.
Number 84, Prince 4-4.
So Prince 4-4 on. Nico Rincon, this will be his 21st appearance of the season. Another play that came up in the Columbus Crew Academy. Prince 4-4, just 17 years old, making his 8th appearance as this ball is played just over his foot. So a chance here for them to come on and hope to close out this game. Alki, great job reading that ball as it was intent for build-in. 4-4. Samaron will go backwards. Samaron getting the assist on the opening goal to Kevin Bombley. That came in the 14th minute. He's got the ball at his feet. Looking for Rincon. Rincon from the top of the area. Prestes. Scooping it. How about the bicycle? Bombley, what a moment that could have been. Prestes there, knowing that he's sitting on a hat trick, still trying to set up his teammate Bombley, who could have had a brace, and Bombley goes down to the ground. How about this opportunity here? Ball played out by Rincon to Prestes. Bombley in position at that spot. And then you see the acrobatic try, and well, just didn't have much behind it to really challenged Lernet as it was hit right at him. And he just landed awkwardly there as he walks to the sideline, as both teams will come to the sideline to get a drink. As we'll have our hydration break here in the 72nd minute. Kevin Bombley with the first goal of the game, that coming in the 14th minute. Jorge Salmeron with the assist, and then at stoppage time, the Cooper Flax from the spot for the second straight game against Columbus, scoring. And then Owen Prestis would score the next 2 goals for Columbus Crew 2. He would score in the 54th and 59th minute. He is still on the field. Crew 2 have made 3 subs here in the second half. 2 subs so far for NYCFC 2. Up next for NYCFC, Wednesday they will host FC Cincinnati. That midweek game will kick at 5 p.m. Eastern. Meanwhile, for Crew, they will be on the road against Huntsville on Sunday. As we take a look back, here's the opening goal. How about this? Play by Brown to Prestis here to open up the scoring account here in the second half for Prestis. That goal coming in the 54th minute here. Prestis looking to tee it up from long range, as he does, and he strikes. And he gets the goal there. And that assist also coming from Jorge Salmeron. So Salmeron with the assist on the second goal from Prestis as well. He's got 2 assists in tonight's game. To 1 our score. 40 goals now scored on the season for Crew 2, matching their total from last year. Nature Made, official vitamin partner of the Columbus Crew, made to care for fans. Just over 15 minutes remains in this game. A chance here for Columbus to get 3 points. If the scoreline were to hold, they'd be level on points with Revs 2 for that 3rd spot in the Eastern Conference standings. Top 8 teams make the playoffs. As of right now, NYCFC 1 spot out of that 8th and final position, which CT United currently holds. CT United, of course, being one of the independents, a chance to be the first ever independent club to make the playoffs in their first season, something that Carolina Core and Chattanooga could not do. Chattanooga currently 2nd in the Eastern Conference with 44 points. Top 4 teams will host a home game to begin. As this ball rolls over to the foot of Campos. Campos just taking his eyes off the ball, as we have 2 balls on the playing field now, so Prince 4-4 will knock one off, and we'll have another throw here for Columbus. Taylor fighting for position. Coming up late is Rincon, as we have a whistle here. And now Bombley will head back on the field. Bombley headed off after his bicycle kick try. Kevin Bombley played in Tuesday night's League Cup match against Pumas, came on as a sub. Gets a goal here this evening. Chase Adams also playing in that game for Columbus Crew 2. Foul here against Crew 2. One game has come to a close so far here tonight. Chicago with a 2-0 win over Orlando City B. Next game that'll kick will be at 8 p.m. It'll be SKC2 hosting Rapids 2. That game will kick at 8 p.m. Eastern. Austin hosting Vancouver tonight. That game will kick at 8:30, and North Texas will take on Portland Timbers 2 at 8:45. 5 games tomorrow and right back at it Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. That'll be between Atlanta and Chicago Fire. Four goes inside. Rogers. Aoki. Taylor trying to go around Flax, unable to beat the midfielder. Home Presses to play this back in right now, sitting on 2 goals in tonight's contest. Had a chance for a third, but his chip shot was stopped on the inline by Joe Suhetsky. Otherwise, he could have had 3 goals here, all coming in the second half. Campos. Campos trying to avoid the pressure of Chirinos. Working his way down the touchline. Molinari. Was looking for Sunjik, but 4-4 are able to get to the ball first. Another diagonal ball here by NYCFC as they try to find Sunjik once again, and this will be last touch by 4-4. Sunjik was the player fouled that led to the opening goal for NYCFC. He was in the 6-yard box, and Luke Pruder tried to dive and stop the ball, but got all legs as he took Sunjik down to the ground, and then Cooper Flax would step up from the spot to convert his 8th goal of the season. Nothing happening here on the backside of the box for NYCFC. And now we'll have a pair of subs come onto the field for NYCFC. So Adonis Campos, his night is over. Drew Kerr will come on.
Leaving the match, number 82, Adonis Campos. He's replaced by number 79, Drew Kerr. Also leaving the
And Camila Ponce's night is over as well.
He's replaced by number 84, Nicolo Lafanes.
Nicolo Vafiadis now will come on. Forward, chipping it up. Rincon. How about that move to drag the ball inside? Taylor just a heavy touch, allowing Vafiadis to get to the ball for NYCFC. This ball sent in. Oh, just behind Ariave. That is played to his front foot. Ariave might have a chance to get this on frame. It did take a deflection. That's why it went behind. I believe we have a player down behind the field. '82nd minute. Just joined us. Kevin Bombley got the goal scoring going in the 14th minute, his 10th goal of the year. He's now 6th in the league in goals scored with 10. course, Arif Kovac leading with 15 for Atlanta United. Then it'd be followed up by a Cooper Flax goal in stoppage time of the first half. That would be his 8th goal of the season. And then it'd be Owen Preston scoring the next 2 goals for Crew 2. The first one coming in the 54th minute. The second one coming in the 59th. Nearly had a hat trick here in the second half as well. He's been kept at bay at the moment. It looks like we might have another sub coming in here for Crew 2. Crew 2 a chance to get their 11th win of the season and improve to 42 points on the year. For NYCFC, if the scoreline were to hold, it'd be their 8th loss of the season. Emmanuel Ewing looking like he's going to be the next player to come in for Columbus. So for Emmanuel Ewing, this will be his 10th appearance of the season. Looks like it's O'Neal Taylor, the player that's coming off for Columbus. So it is Taylor coming off the field officially. And Emmanuel Ewing coming on. So Taylor's night is over.
Substitution for Columbus.
Taylor, solid game looking up that right wing for Crew 2. Ewing looks to close this game out for Columbus.
Emmanuel Ewing.
Martin back for the Pigeons. Lofted ball just floating, but Alki once again reading that pass perfectly. Alki's shown that he's been able to recover. He's shown he's been able to step forward to break up the attack. Player that they're really excited going forward. Now the University of Vermont. Actually born in Japan before coming stateside. Reave. Zetsky over to Martin. Martin Company trying to find a place on the field that they can penetrate the defense of Columbus. And we will have a foul here against Crew 2. And our head official, Amy Nonso-Nakwo, doing a good job getting in before anything else can happen right there. Jonathan Lopez, the player, pulled to the ground, as we do have a yellow card handed out. So Emmanuel Ewing into the books.
Yellow card caution has been issued to Columbus's number 62, Emmanuel.
Clear foul, no doubt about it. That was worthy of a yellow card. Drew Kerr standing over the ball with the left. Plays it into the mixer. And Pruder able to grab that ball at his waist. Right in the area there was James Bilden making that difficult for Pruder. Pruder nearly losing that ball. Pruder tonight, all right, with 5 saves. Meanwhile, for Learned, he has 3 saves in the game. Great one in the first half against Jamil Dunjagi at the time to keep the game 1-0. Here's Ewing. Lopez goes inside, looks to get on the return. Flax, Lopez. Molinari. Inches forward. Sunjic trying to get around 4-4. Hip to hip. Sunjic trying to turn the corner. This played off the leg of 4-4, and it'll be a corner for NYCFC. Third corner of the game for the Pigeons. It'll be Drew Kerr to take the corner. Floating ball back post, no one there for NYCFC. Ewing. He'll go out for Prestes, sitting on a brace. Want to get it back to Ewing, unable to do so. Crew taking their time, slowing things down. Rayave intercepts the ball. Four. 4-4, trying to turn around. Ewing. Dragged to the ground by Lopez. We saw Ewing just foul Lopez a moment ago. Lopez getting enough of the shoulder. Rincon setting up for this kick, and just one player in the box at the moment for Columbus. Ewing also at the top of the 18-yard box. Columbus will just burn some more time off as 4-4 goes inside. Scoop ball for Ewing. Ewing playing it back. 4-4 trying to bring it down. 4-4 shot, and a whistle was blown. NYCFC trying to push up the field, trying to find a way to get one goal back to possibly get a late equalizer if they can get that second goal first. Flax, the goal scorer. Lopez. Rayave. Martin. Sunjic. This ball sent high into the air. Well, let's press this to get under it for Crew 2. Martin trying to create a little wiggle room on Rincon.
The fourth official has indicated that there will be a
Prestes sending it up to Bombley. Bombley, a possible chance to get a brace. Bombley to the right foot. Bombley, the shot, oh, just wide. That would have put the game away for sure, but he couldn't convert. Bombley did just about everything right, create the space that he needed, but just couldn't get the shot on target. Rayave now pushing up. Rayave to his left. Flax. Building unable to connect with the player he intended to pass the ball to. This ball chopped down by Lopez. Player though down in the 18-yard box for NYCFC. How about that turn by Sunjic? Sunjic shot, oh, and Sunjic has a goal, and he makes it 3-2. For Sunjic, his first goal Ariave doing a good job getting the ball. Sanjik able to get around 4-4. And then Sanjik with the right, able to find the far post to get the late score. And now a chance here for NYCFC to find a late equalizer to try to steal at least a point on the road. That goal coming in the 92nd minute. It's not over until that final whistle. New York City FC with a big moment right there by Luka Sanjik as he gets his first goal. 18 years old in his second season as this ball sent away by Pruder. What a moment that could have been moments ago by Bombley if he was able to get that fourth goal for Crew 2. But now a chance here. Just those little moments. I'll also go back earlier when Preston nearly had a hat trick. But it was Suhetsky that played the ball off the inline. Martin and company looking for a late one. Ariave, who assisted on the goal. Sanjik, the goal scorer. Ariave plays it to the back post. Headed up and into the hands of Pruder. Mafiatis playing it, looking for Sanjik. This ball kept in by Sanjik. He got hit in the throat. Looked like 4-4 got his hand up around the collar of Sanjik. Nothing intentional there. And now we'll have our head of referee, Eminenzo Anakwo, go take a look at Luka Sanjik, who has last goal scored by NYCFC. So Sanjik able to get up and at least walk off. And now Cooper Flax, who scored the first goal, will come off. And Wong Kang will come on. So Flax's night is over. Scored from the spot in stoppage time of the first half. His 8th goal of the season as Kang comes on. Kang looking to bring a little bit of energy to this. You can see Flax walking off a little gingerly there at the end. So a little bit of stoppage time will be added on. We'll resume the game with a drop ball. Learned. This ball sent forward. And a collision. Pruder, though, able to grab the ball as he'll pick it up now. And Pruder will send it across midfield. Suhetsky collides with Bombley. Learned. Lopez. Sanjik gets around 2 defenders. Martin. Suhetsky. Numbers up for NYCFC. Learned. Sends the ball in the 18-yard box, headed up and out. And now Ewing will flick it back. Summerlin sends down to midfield. Martin sends it right back up. Lopez, Ariave. Ariave plays it inside. Back post ball, no one on the backside but Prestis. And he'll send it away. And now Crew 2 and their fans just waiting for that final whistle. This ball whipped into the box, headed out. And now Bombley looking to put it away. Bombley trying to get back as Martin. Bombley shot, and he gets his brace. Bombley with the brace, and he puts this one to bed in stoppage time, and there is the final whistle. So Kevin Bombley now with 11 goals on the season. And Crew 2 get the victory 4-2 in stoppage time. Well, the effort was there by NYCFC. They get a late goal in this game, but it wasn't enough as Sanjik and company were held short as Bombley puts it away in stoppage time. And tonight's man of the match for Crew 2, well, there's a couple players. You can choose Kevin Bombley, who put the game away late with a late goal, but it's Owen Prestis, our man of the match tonight. Prestis with a brace. How about this give and go? And then Brown finding Prestis. That would be his first of his 2 goals. That coming in the 54th minute, and Prestis would not be done. How about this? Just lining it up, the strike with the right, and he beats Learned. Gets his 3rd goal of the season. And now Columbus with 41 goals on the season as Owen Prestis is our man of the match, presented to you by Adidas. For our entire MLS Next Pro broadcast crew, I'm Josh Toll. Once again, our final score is Columbus 4, NYCFC 2. Don't forget, you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLSNextPro.com. And One Football, thank you and good night.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.